Wednesday message. I'm Nikki Novo, your spiritual mentor, and today we're going to talk about what is your life purpose. And you're probably like, Nikki, I don't know. That's why I'm watching your video. Aren't you going to tell me? No, I'm not going to tell you because I don't know what your purpose is, but I'm going to tell you what life purpose is, and I'm going to show you a little bit about how we can find it. Typically, we think that life purpose has to do with something external. A lot of times we'll see people looking for it in their career, or we'll look for it in our relationships, or we'll look for it in becoming a parent, or all sorts of things. There's all sorts of external reasons to find purpose and fulfillment. But the truth is, when we start feeling that void and that need to be fulfilled, that kind of lost feeling like, oh my God, there must be something more to my life, it is always a spiritual problem. It's a spiritual situation, because life purpose is actually something much bigger than just your job or just your family or just your relationships. It's actually a lesson or lessons, right? So we come into this lifetime with a set of lessons that we're supposed to be learning this lifetime. And they're very general lessons. They can be, I'm going to learn about love. I'm going to learn about feeling worthy. I'm going to learn about being humble this lifetime. And we basically decide what we want to learn this lifetime. And that's why we get sent to this earth, right? There's a really great book called Sacred Contracts by Carolyn Myss that explains this idea in more specifics. So if you want to look into that, I highly recommend it. So we come into this earth, we have all these things that we need to accomplish this lifetime. And usually that's that feeling that we start feeling. We're like, it's almost like we start remembering, like, man, there's something I'm supposed to be doing this lifetime. Like, there's something missing. And it's like, yes, you're awakening to your soul's calling. Your soul and your human self are trying to talk, and it's like almost like you're getting there. You almost hear it talking, but you can't hear it speaking clearly. And this is the time when we're like, God, can you just whisper in my ear and tell me what my calling is, or what my purpose is? And it just never comes, right? Well, because it really is a spiritual journey. And we're not going to dive into like actually how to find that, that purpose, but I'll give you a few tips. And I also just want you to know what purpose is, understanding that it's much grander than that, okay? Number one, we want to start having a connection with our soul, because the answer is in our soul. Our soul came and it has all those answers, and we want to have more of that connection. So that really means having a spiritual life every day, really working spirituality into our daily lives. Also understanding that the challenges that we face are assignments, and they are lessons, and they are not something that we should run away from, but they're actually clues within that, right? Making sure that we are making choices for ourselves that mean something to us, that we're really honoring our truest self. And then ultimately, we're going to start feeling more in alignment with our soul. And once we start feeling like we're walking on path with what our soul signed up for, once we can really understand what the soul is trying to tell us, that's when we start walking our purpose. And what purpose might be today for me can be very different what it, in 10 years from now, because, the soul has lots of things to accomplish in a lifetime. But the idea is that we try to get on path with it, and that we're actually in alignment with the soul. And that has everything to do with having a relationship with the soul, a spiritual connection, a daily practice. So if you're interested in doing that and diving a little bit deeper, I actually have a great membership for that, and it's called Centered. You can learn more about Centered at nikkinovo.com/centered. And we talk all about the feels and being spiritual and all of that. And I would love to work with you and keep you accountable. I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope that gives you some insight into what your purpose is. I truly believe that if you're watching this video, you will find it. I really do believe that. So don't stop. Keep going. Remember, stay on your spiritual path. And if you ever find yourself falling off, know that I will be here every week to guide you. And until next time, much love to you.